Hello and welcome back to another episode here on Kinlaig. Well, we've got a very busy couple of months. We've got the onions getting drilled in that field, this fertilising field 13, and there's a couple other bits and bobs here. Oh, I tell you what we could do just now actually. Let's go and swap these. I know the rain, well, when is the rain due actually? Because that's moved up, I think it was 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock now. Oh yeah, it's not even 10 o'clock. We've got plenty of time for fertilising. Right, let's get this thing started up. We're going to take this down to the store, repair this, the trailer and the header, and we're going to sell it. And then we're going to bring back that new, well, new to us, it is used, but the new to us big Claas Lexian. Right, let's go. I think it is a Lexian. We'll see you down there anyway. Right, we'll see you in a little minute. Well, that's us down here at the store now. I'm thinking if this gets really busy, which I'm assuming it will with the fish production, and then obviously we've got the onions, when that gets harvested we're back and forth there consistently just to keep on top of moving things out of the way. We're going to need to take somebody else on to give us a hand. Right, let's see. Somebody full-time, I think. Right, we've got 12,000 there. 13, maybe 14,000 in total. So let's repair this. It's 12,608. Okay, so that worked. I don't know if this is going to work because it's so cheap. Right, this is £26 repair. Let's do this one, it's cheaper. So 653, 682. It did work. So this is 743. No, that didn't work. Well, I'm definitely not repainting that. I do want to try and repaint that to see if it brings the value up, but I just can't justify losing 11,000 if it stays at 14,000. It's just, it isn't worth it. So let's sell this one. £682, 660 for the header, and finally the trusty combine that's done us since day one, £14,918. Right, that's them all sold. £16,260 in total, which is about half of the deposit we paid for this new one. The seeder, the drill for the onions doesn't take much seeds. There we go, 973 litres left. So it takes virtually nothing, and we still need to do something with that salmon pallet as well. But a new to us combine, 36 hours, and it is on hire purchase. If you're watching the last episode, I believe we bought this in, or was it the start of this one? I think it was the start of this one. There's so much episodes to try and get done just while I've got a break from everything just now and get us through Christmas and New Year. I can't remember what was in what episode, so if I get mixed up I do apologise, but I think it was this one. Yeah, because this is where we had the big amount of money for our offshore fish farm. Right, we're going to get this back up to the yard. The worst bit about this, having sold the other combine, is we now need to source a header for this before harvest season. It is going to be higher purchase because we're never going to afford. That was very close for the tracks there. Yeah, we're never going to afford. Oh, I should have repaired it. Oh, we'll get it. We've got a couple months left until we need to use it. At least maybe, what, four months maybe? Maybe 5 months. There's plenty of time to repair it. But this thing is very big. I think this is about as big as you could go on the map for this. I don't know. The header is going to be the next issue. We need to get one that doesn't have a trailer. It's got its own wheels. I just don't know how it's going to work for gates. That's me right on the dirt there, and we're pretty much just filling our whole lane. But yeah, getting into fields is going to be a bit of a challenge. However, once we're in the field, got the header attached, and we're ready to go, this is going to save a massive amount of time with our working width, which is what we're aiming to do. Upgrade everything so we can be more efficient with the time that we've got, because we're not going to have much of it once this fish production is really taking off. We'll probably, with the speed we're doing it at the breeding place, it's probably worthwhile investing in a second offshore farm and just making use of that big container vessel to get more products on at once. Although that means there's more input, so we're going to have to double the feed, essentially. Not ideal because it's not cheap, but then that's how we're looking to do it ourselves. We're going to stockpile some soybeans, unless it makes sense to sell them beforehand. I don't know yet. Right, we have that one wood pallet. We're waiting for the second one there. We can do a TMR mix later on. Because we're not having onions yet and we've stopped the firewood, let's see if this fits in our shed. Turn that beacons off. I assume it would. It's not got big double wheels or anything on. It's a good job as well, because I don't think double wheels would have fit in there. Perfect. Right, we'll leave this in here. Let's go and get some of this other work done. We need to fertilise. Where's the John Deere tractor? Oh, it's hooked up to the mixer. Right, well, it's hooked up there. We're going to get a mix of TMR done, then we'll fertilise field 13. Then we'll check up on what our guy's doing in the onion field and probably take another look at the fish productions later on. So let's get this work done just now and we'll see you in a little bit. Well, it's just moved into April now. It's early in the morning, just after 6:30 again, and we've got 2,000 litres of wood beams and long planks here to deliver. There we go. Right, let's see what we're needing next. It doesn't say. I think that's, well, we're on stage 2 now. I'm assuming it's going to tell us once it's finished this stage. So I don't really know what to make for the next thing, because obviously that sawmill takes quite a while, but as you can see, our boards and beams are being used here for scaffolding. I can only assume that this castle isn't going to be that high. It's going to be, you know, that high. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more boards and beams to increase the height of the scaffolding. So it would make sense, we'll complete that contract in a second, it would make sense to keep the wood beams running. I think they take a bit longer than the long planks. Oh yeah, 41 wood to 18 and 41 to 27. So we'll keep the wood beams going because it's quicker to run the long planks if we need them later on. This contract we completed yesterday after fertilising our field 13. That was £8,383 in total. We'll pick that up. I don't think we're going to do any contract, although there is a good ploughing one there. No, there's too much to do. And I did see rain in the forecast. Yeah, midday. So we've got rain coming, we've got the grass to harvest, bale, and then cultivate that field. Once we've wrapped that bales for silage, taken them off the field, cultivate it, get it ready, and we've got soybeans to put in on our grass field 12, and we've got soybeans to put into 16 as well. So we can do We can't even put a worker on it yet. We'd have to do the Valtra and get it cut first, then swap that onto the drill to start doing 16 while we go round and bale up with a fast track. I think that's going to be the better option. Just trying to think of how to get it all done and effectively. But we do have £72,000 worth of young salmon, £50,000 of salmon, but I think we're going to leave them out there until we've got a bit more. Best sell price is in July. So yeah, 3 months. It just saves us going out back and forth with the boat so much. There's plenty of food there. We do need to purchase some for here. We're down to just under 15,000 litres, so we do need to get some. Cows are still good. They still don't need the straw, but we need to look into a straw blower, so let's check the sale. Oh, there is a bigger forage wagon. That may be worth it. We'll have to see later on. I don't want to go and purchase it now. I want to try and get rid of some of this because that's £10,000 a month. And obviously in the downtime, or the down season in the winter time, when it comes to it this year in kind of November, December, we're relying on everything we've got production wise to make money. So I'd like to get this decreased as much as possible. I'm just trying to look to see what we could do. An MS Electron. Oh, that's our onion planter, so we'll leave that just now. I'm thinking maybe, I'm sure that's the roller. We could potentially pay off the roller, and I think we looked at this last time. I can't remember what it is now. Checking here. Hey, where are we? I'm sure it's somewhere down here. Maybe not. Right, so there's the roller. We found it last time, but is that it there? That's the fertilizer spreader. That can't be. Is that on hire purchase? Maybe it is that fertilizer spreader. Well, we'll get that cleared off. We'll get the roller cleared off. In fact, no, that's at 2.95% interest. That's at 3.5%. We need to get this. Or that one, potentially that one. Not right now though, because we do have a bit to get done. So we need to go and get organised, get the worker out on the field, get them cutting the grass so we can swap that over onto the Valtra, back onto the drill to get the soybeans into field 16 and then get baled up with the fast track. In fact, we can probably see our fields from here. We've got a fantastic view there. Right, all that massive field there to go and cut, bale up and wrap to make silage. Fantastic. But that should bring in a good chunk of money in the next, I'm hoping 2 months, because I think that was what it was in the last, when we checked the last time. Anyway, let's get going. Better watch what I'm doing driving here. Right, we'll do another little quick time lapse. We'll get the grass done and get the soybeans in for this year. So we'll see you in a little bit. Well, as you can see, we've had a little bit of hassle with the worker on the windrower here. It, for some reason, only did a little patch there and then left the whole field. So we've now had to take over this. The Valtra is on his way down to the store. Yep. Right, we need to go make a quick purchase. We have a drill, which is this one here. Okay, it's 3 meters, but we've been working away with it. Went to plant soybeans, and there's no soybean option, which was not ideal. The next soybean one is, if I can find one, I'm sure one of these did, that one there, the Highlands Fish and Expansion one. It's 135,000, it was only 6 meter working width. But we were looking at this in the sale, we didn't realise this is in the sale too. And it is a planter, and it does soybeans. It also does sunflowers if we choose to do it, and potentially sorghum as well. And sugar beet if we ever want to. And it's 4.5 meters, so it's 1.5 meters wider. So we need to go and purchase this. He is going to go and pick it up. We're just going to buy it outright, £22,039. Right, so that is him ready to go once he gets to the store. I need to finish off what was left of this field by the worker, which not ideal, but we've got to keep going and we've got to do it quick because the rain it's not going to stop for us. So we're going to get this done. He's going to hook up to the new planter, take it back up here, fill it up with seeds. We have some seeds in the store, and he's going to get going with the soybeans. So a bit of a chaotic morning so far, to say the least. Oh, I need to put this up, don't I? There we go, that's better. I've made an absolute mess of that windrow. When I'm reversing with this, it just turns so fast. The baler should manage to get that. It's me on the baler anyway, so if I don't get it, it's my fault. I can't blame the workers. But yeah, definitely not hiring the guy that was on this. That is for sure. I will need someone fairly soon. By the end of this year, I would guess we're going to need somebody to give us a hand full-time on the farm. Whether it's repairing stuff in the winter, moving stuff to the shop, or taking firewood to sell. It all needs done, and I can't do everything. We're managing so far, but I do still need workers here and there. Ideal to have somebody all the time, kind of based at the farm. But that is for another day or another month. Just now we've still got to beat the rain and get this done. So I'll give him a shout, make sure he's got sorted out with there. He's picked it up and there's no issues, and we're back in the field. He's going to make a start on that field there, and then we're going to get cultivating here with a fast track after we've done this, and then we'll get soybeans in. So let's keep going. Well, that's us now into May. We have already done the weeding in field 12, and we've also done quite a bit in that the clips you just seen. So when we dropped the wrapper off with the fast track, we repaired that, £1,803. I need to move forward with this. It's empty already. I wasn't paying attention. We've cultivated field 12, put the soybeans in 12 and 16. We've sold £62,000 of young salmon, bought 16 pallets of fish food, and put them into our breeding production, which is here. So now it's still working away from that. There's still plenty of that to use through. Fertilised field 16, we took the weeds out of 17, which is our onion field, and we rolled field 16 and then rolled field 12 last night, kind of later on. Then we had to take the weeds out of field 12 this morning, and the only thing left to do is put a fertiliser application on 12 and 16. And then we're kind of up to date. Then tomorrow, which is going to be in the next episode, we have got our barley field ready to harvest, and we also need to get a header as well. But tomorrow we also have salmon at its best price and young salmon at its best price. So tomorrow we're going to sell all of our salmon, the young and the adult, and that's going to be enough to put down a deposit for a header because we got that new combine, so we're going to need a header for it. Also, we've swapped over wood beams to planks long now because the castle only needs 500 litres of wood beams for some reason. So we've stopped that. We'll have a whole pallet, we'll put that up, and it'll be the next episode as well once we've got enough long planks to put up there. But the rain is due at 12 o'clock, so we need to get fertilising our own fields. I think that's the only thing left to do for today. We've given the TMR to the cows. I'm thinking, this says there's 12,000 litres of straw left, but there really doesn't look like there's much in there. So we are going to need to look into a straw blower. I don't know if we can use this though. We'll maybe have to try that and see before we go and purchase something that we may not need. Oh, we need this tractor. I'll have to leave that mixer there. That was enough food. Yeah, 38,000 litres. That's more than enough for them. Right, we need to fertilise fields 12 and 16. And I think that'll do for this episode. There's not really much to do, and if we jump into tomorrow, there's going to be so much to do with the selling the salmon. Our barley field being ready to harvest, picking up the new header. And there's probably going to be the castle stuff to do as well. And more than likely, we're also going to have, oh, we don't have much fertiliser left. We don't have any here as well. Oh no. Right, we're going to have to go down to the store and grab some more there. Right, we'll go and get this done, get that fields fertilised, but I think we'll leave the episode there. We'll jump into tomorrow for the next episode, where we've got that barley field to harvest and the salmon all to sell, so stay tuned for that. That is going to be a nice bit of money coming in, but it's going to go straight out again because we are going to try and pay off a bit of the loan. Not a huge amount, because we still need that header on finance, but I would like to get a decent deposit down so it's not as much interest, because we haven't managed to get some of the other stuff paid off that we were hoping to, like the yarder, and I was hoping the baler as well, but that hasn't worked out yet. So we need to try and keep an eye on our money, because we do have a lot of things on finance. We'll just have a quick check. After getting that combine on, what are we sitting at now? £10,000 a month, and if we were to settle everything today, it's £631,000 worth of financing, plus the 400,000 with the bank. So we've got £1,030,000 outstanding for the bank, which is not ideal. So the header, I think, is the last financing we're going to do until we kind of get stuff paid off, even if it's the loan first or some of the financing agreements, because that is a massive chunk to have sitting over our head when we're only in year 3, and we've still got the salmon to keep an eye on as well and buy the fish food for, which really is not cheap. But let's go and get this done. We'll end this episode here, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.